So these are the Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses with built-in camera, and I gotta say, they're pretty cool POV camera, if you're interested. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Zach. I'm a photographer and videographer, but more important than that, I'm a husband and a father. And these are the Meta Ray-Ban smart sunglasses. I picked these up right before Black Friday as a way to test them out and see how good they do as POV cam, and if this is something that I think is worth families investing in to document their family life. You know, I think what initially drew me to these sunglasses was the fact that it has a simple camera built in, and it's a simple way to document family life. You know, I always tell people the easiest way to document family life is to simply bring your camera with you. Because when you have that camera with you and you're utilizing it in daily life, it's just, you're going to document stuff more. And so the idea of having your camera built into a device that you're always going to have with you, something as simple as your sunglasses, and looks where you look and all that sort of stuff, I think it was a really smart idea. And so I just wanted to test it out, see how well it does. So we'll get into the specs, we'll get into my opinions. I'm mainly going to be talking about these sunglasses through the camera perspective. There are some other cool features, including AI, kind of like Siri on your phone. It's Hey Meta. And then also some cool audio features and stuff like that I'll touch on briefly, but I'm mainly talking about the camera. So let's jump into it. Okay, so let's start with the specs. So you've got a 12 megapixel camera built in right over here. On this side, you have a sensor with a light. So this will let people know if you are taking a photo or taking a video. I wish you could turn that off. I get why you can't, but I personally wish you could turn that off. Also on the inside, there is a little light to show you that you're filming. So if you hit the button, you can see that light comes on. If you hit record, it'll stay on. And you can see that out of your peripheral vision. So that's a nice little feature to know, like, hey, yes, I am filming, as well as there is an audio click and record when you use the button for photo and video. So you've got both the visual and the audio reminders or notifications that you are taking a photo or taking a video. Now, the quality of the camera, it's a 12 megapixel camera, and you can take your video and photos in vertical format. It doesn't do horizontal format. It does 1920 by 1440, which is decent, right? That's not a bad quality. I personally wish that you could do it in horizontal format, but I get why you don't. I get why this is set up as vertical, because this being left eye justified, you would get way more stuff over here captured in your image than you would on the right eye, and it would feel off. So I get why it's vertical. Also, I think the intended purpose that they're thinking of when people are using this is for social media, and a lot of social media is vertical footage. So I get why it's vertical. I personally wish that there was an option for horizontal, but there's not. As for audio, the audio is pretty decent on this device. There's a little camera right here.
What is it doing?
Right here, there's a camera.
It's recording what?
It's filming you. Look at this. Look right here. Right here in the bridge of the device, you can see there are a couple microphones to record both the audio as well as one here. And this records the audio for your video, as well as if you're on a phone call or you're using the Hey Meta options, which is really cool. There's also speakers right here, which sits right above your ear. And honestly, I thought this was probably one of the coolest features. Like, I put this on and could play my music, and without having earbuds in, like, it feels like it sounded so good. Like, it sounded like I had my AirPods in. Without the sound cancellation, obviously, but still, like, it sounded so good, and it was so weird to, like, be hearing that and not have AirPods in my ear. But I think, to me, you don't buy this for the specs. The specs are standard, I would say. They're nothing special. You're not going to get, the quality of image or video out of this as, say, a professional camera, or even something like my Fujifilm X-T30. You're not going to get the video quality like you would from a DJI Pocket 3 or a higher end camera. That's not what you're looking at with these. You're just looking at something simple. And I think, to me, the accessibility of them and the ease of use is what makes these a phenomenal camera for families, just to simply document family life. I'm the kind of person who I typically always have a camera with me, whether that be my photo camera or my video camera. I'm usually not taking photos on my phone. My wife, she is, but I don't use my phone. But I think for the people out there who use their phones to document family life and just want something that's a little bit simpler, this definitely hits that market, because all you have to do is if you're already wearing the glasses, you just press the button once for photo and then you hold it down for video. And that's just so simple. And what's so cool about it, you can start the video and then you can kind of just forget about it. Like, you don't have to hold up a phone. You don't have to, be walking around filming. It's just filming whatever it is that you're looking at. Now, I will say it is a little bit off center, right? You're filming kind of like this instead of like this. So you do kind of have to be aware of that when you're filming. There was a couple times where like I'm documenting stuff and I kind of shifted my head this way so I would actually get like what I want to see. So there are a few little quirks about it in that way that you kind of have to get used to. But once you get used to it, it's easy. Now the record time, you can do anywhere from 30 seconds or maybe it's 15 seconds, either or, up to 3 minutes. 3 minutes is the max you can do, which I wish it wouldn't cut it off. I wish you could go until you ran out of space. Maybe that's a firmware update they can do in the future, but right now it's set at 3 minutes. When it comes to the app, using the app honestly is super, super simple, really nice. You can quickly and easily import your photos and your video. You can actually set it up to do this automatically, but you can very easily import your photos, import your video. Yeah, there's not much to it, right? In my opinion, there's some stuff that you can learn how to use it and things like that. But really, to get your photos off the camera, you just go into the app and you can import the photos and then download them to your phone very, very easily. You can also send directly to social media devices, stuff like that. So my thoughts. I think these are a really, really cool device. I love that, Meta and Ray-Ban integrated something like a camera into something that you're using on a daily basis. And I think that just makes sense. It makes documenting family life so easy, so simple, and so accessible. And I think that's a huge win for a lot of families who just don't document family life enough, who are worried about pulling out a camera, or who forget to bring a camera, or just forget to pull out your phone. I think these make that a lot easier, and that's special. Like, that's a cool thing. Now, I will say, my one thing of kind of like major dislike about this, and this is my own personal preference and I think my own fault, is I didn't get the transition lenses because, right, there are lenses where they can transition to, if this was right now, we're inside, these would just be clear. And then when you go outside, they transition into sunglasses. I didn't get that because from the reviews I saw, if you're in a shaded place, but you're looking outside, they're not going to be, full sunglasses. So like if you're driving in the car, while you may be shaded inside the vehicle, you're looking out towards the road and it's bright and it's sunny and the lenses may not get dark enough. That was my big concern. And I think that I would rather have gotten the transition lenses, because without the transition lenses, it basically makes these unusable during the evening or when you're inside. Because one, you just look like a dope wearing your sunglasses inside. But two, I mean, if it's dark, it's just hard to see. So I think if I was to do it differently, I would probably have gotten the transition lenses. And I think I would recommend people get the transition lenses if you're thinking about this as a way to document family life. Because again, if there's a hold up to you using it, right? Like using them inside, but they don't have the transition lenses, then it's going to make that documenting family life not happen. So to me, I wish I had gotten transition lenses, but to each their own. And I almost forgot, it also does come with this carrying case, which is really cool. I have another pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses and it comes with a carrying case. So that's cool that they're kind of on brand there. But what's different here is this is also the charger. So you put the glasses in and it kind of pops in and charges right there. And then you can see if your glasses are charged or if they need to be charged. There's a USB down here to plug it in and you charge the case. Same way that like AirPods work. So that's really cool. I like that. You've got protection, you've got charging with that. So I put these in the category of a POV camera. So I would compare these to my Insta360 Go 3S. And I think I am going to do a little comparison video here in the future, coming up in the next couple weeks or so, testing these out versus the Go 3S. And I'll give you my thoughts on which of these is a better POV camera. But that alone, I still think this is an amazing purchase. I think these are great for families who want a simple, easy, accessible way to document family life. Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer. It's my suggestion. I love them. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're not already, and let me know in the comments. What do you think? Would you pick these up? Is this something you're interested in? Do you want an easy way to document your family life, or is it like, no, I don't really care? I don't know. I mean, if you're that person, you're like, no, I don't really care. I don't know why you watched this video. I'm glad you watched this video, but I don't know why. But I'm gonna stop rambling. All right, see you guys.